Just get comfy as we cruise across your mental, yeah. Buffy niggas biting styles and see your mentals, yeah. Just get comfy as we cruise across your mental, yeah. Buffy niggas biting styles and see your mentals, yeah.
Let this music go in a few rides. I told these bitches, these niggas be quiet. Why won't these people just give me my props? Why they be acting like this ain't that right? Stop.
What's going on, internet? We back. I know it's been a minute. It's been a couple weeks, you know what I'm saying? A lot of craziness has been going on. A lot of good stuff has been going on. But I'm back, you know what I'm saying? Episode 13, as I already said. We back out here, you know what I'm saying? And for this episode, I got the homie.
What's good, y'all?
The homie Jordan, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
It's a breakdown, you know what I'm saying? For the people who you are.
All right, y'all. So basically, I met this dude my second year, his freshman year, through our homie Lance. Shout out to Lance.
Hey, shout out Lance, bro.
So basically,
Keep rapping.
I just love staying in contact with people. That's dope, man. So I'm your local homie from down the street, I guess you could say. Trying to find ways to grow and continue to use some things in my life and learn them lessons and whatnot. So, I mean, that's a quick little biopsy. I'm not anybody special as far as, I go do this, that, and the third.
You do everything,
but right now, I'm just experiencing life and learning and whatnot.
That's real. That's real. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So this is the homie, you know what I'm saying? He just gave, had to run down everything.
Biopsy.
You know what I'm saying? As always, we still, are doing the tea. You know what I'm saying? This is some special tea that the homie brought.
Oh, man, I try to bring that love.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to tell y'all at the end of the episode what the flavors are because we already know what the flavors are. I know it's a little different from the other episodes. We want to do a little special episode. Shout out to Buddha Teas. This is their tea.
It's dope.
He found it on Amazon.
Because Amazon is the real plug nowadays.
Look, let's talk about it. I still got my Amazon little student discount, and I'm not a student anymore, but
we're gonna use it
we
anyway.
ain't going to tell them that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I low-key went up to see something like last week, and I got a new student little like ID like right before I got out. I'm like, because I had to go up there to turn in like my last grade, and so
you clever though,
dude. I had to. See, but I made sure to take the photo before I turned in the grade because technically I was still a CSUN student. Exactly. Right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out CSUN for letting me do that. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? So it's been a minute. It's time, you feel me, like to catch y'all up just on everything, that is going on in my life, everything that, is going on in the homie's life. And so for this episode, this is Life After College.
It's what it is.
We're probably going to put like a sign like right in front of my face that says Life After College.
Right.
Yes. It's different. It's different, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, I have a lot more free time, which, can be a good and a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's like, oh, dang, it's cool. I can do whatever I want. I got a lot more time to do stuff. But then at the same time, it was kind of nice to have structure. You know what I'm saying? And
what
now,
can I do?
Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm staying busy. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying on my stuff, been, applying to jobs and stuff like that. But at the same time, I did kind of like the structure because it felt like, I had something that like I had to do every single day. And now, I have to make my own schedule. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you mean, bro.
Which is very weird. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. How about you?
Bro, it's a different type of vibe, bro.
Facts.
It's a definitely different type of vibe because everybody thinks that, I'm about to graduate, I should have my life together and I know exactly what to do.
It's not realistic.
At all, bro. Like 90% of us is like, okay, not ready yet. I got this freedom. You didn't went to school for what, 12 years, from pre-K to 12, and then you got 5 more years, if not 4, or whatever it is. And it's like, okay, do I want to break? Do I just want to go straight into my field? Like, what is it? So, I mean, for me specifically, bro, is trying to figure out now that I got this free time, because over summer I was doing the summer camp at boys camp, so it took up a lot of my time and gave me the time to sit in nature, which I love to do. Because the city got too much in it.
That is a fact.
So, I mean, now the summer camp is done and whatnot, and I'm able to sit down and try to figure out what the plan is. It's like you got too much time on your hands.
Thinking of a master plan.
Exactly.
That's real, bro.
And even just waiting for the plan to go in action. Like, went to school for graphic design. And I do the graphic design thing here and there, but, like, deep down inside, it's like I need that break. that year off that I wanted to take after high school. It's like, okay, let me find some time to take off now and see what's up with the world. Because everybody wants to be in LA, even though we don't want everybody in LA. But at the same time, it's like, LA ain't the only place in the world. And there's so much stuff out there for people to want to experience, but think it's only going to be found in LA. So, I mean, my plan right now, bro, is like I told you a little bit earlier, is making sure that I travel, see what's out there, and find a way to be my own boss and find my own source of income without having to do this 9-to-5 thing that we all know we hate so much.
That is very true. Nah, man. I feel you, man. Like, and on like the travel tip, you feel me? Like after we graduated in May, like me and the fam went on like a cruise to the Bahamas, and you know what I'm saying, kind of that like entire like little like area and stuff like that, and that was cool, man. Like just to see something that was different from LA, like you know what I'm saying, like just like to just see Black people everywhere, specifically in the Bahamas,
right? And showing that we live in life too,
right? Like you know what I'm saying, like and they have accents, like you know what I'm saying, like and I know like for certain people like that's just like dude, like you know like it's whatever, but. Like, it really is, like, kind of weird just, like, to see, like, a place where it literally is, like, only Black people and, like, they don't always, like, look like you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that was cool just to, like, be able just to see the, like, diversity, like, you know what I'm saying? And just, like, how different we all are, but how the same we all are. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, that was cool. And so then after the cruise, I went to Europe.
Okay.
With my girl for like 2.5, 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we was out there. We went to Venice, Florence, and then to Rome, and then I came back. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't just do it one spot a year. You did the whole Grand Prix.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel
we had to hop around.
I definitely feel me, bro.
But like that was a super like experience for me, man. Like it's so different. And just like their value system, like is very different, and I just feel like just even how like they looked at me as like a like African American was just like very different from like the Africans who lived there, like you know what I'm saying, like and it just was like I didn't really like experience any like racism there, but it was more so I did experience some like discrimination, but I think it was based on like my nationality, like you know what I'm saying, like just because you know like I like I'm from America and like I speak English, but like for the most part though, like everybody was cool and it just was like a different vibe, you know what I'm saying. Everything was a lot like slower, like you know what I'm saying. Like everybody just seemed to kind of just be like enjoying themselves, and I didn't feel stressed.
That's beautiful. You
know what I'm saying?
That's
like
dope.
Like, I didn't really feel stressed.
So let me ask you, bro.
Yes, man. Let's break it down.
After coming back.
Yes.
And you've been gone for a minute. What did you bring back with you as far as your mindset and what lessons you might have learned being out there without having to deal with certain tendencies that LA and the U.S. got with them?
Man, Dan, that's a really good question. I feel like... Well, so this is not really something that I feel like I brought like back with me, but like I noticed is that like out there, like our culture is huge everywhere.
True.
That was the craziest thing, man. Like we were in like this small town in like just like right outside of like Florence, I believe, and we went to like a bar or something like that, and they also like had like food there.
Okay.
And they were playing all like American music. I'm talking like 1960s like Motown stuff, like all black people and like hip hop and stuff like it was. That was like the craziest thing to me, and like everybody like was wearing like skateboarding stuff. They love like Levi's out there.
Right. Okay.
Everybody had on like a Thrasher hoodie. Like that was huge.
That's wild.
Like, you feel me? So it was like the Levi pants were big, and like the Levi shirts that they have.
Just the basic red box logo type stuff.
Yes, which is so crazy because out here nobody wears like Levi's shirts. Like you know what I'm saying? Yet. Out there, like that was crazy. Like a lot of like Adidas and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I just think that like for me, it just was really interesting just to know how powerful like our culture is, and I think that it definitely makes me more like conscious, just like of what I put out. You know, just like as like an artist, because like it really like reaches like the entire world. People are dressing and talking like us, and they want to be us, and they listen to all of our music and stuff like that. And I think that like that was just like the craziest part, that like our culture like literally worldwide. Worldwide. That's hip hop culture. That's black culture. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, honestly, we
American are culture, which is black culture, right?
At
like,
the end of the day,
is literally worldwide, and I feel like that was just like the biggest thing for me. That like just was so crazy. But yeah, man, like I think coming back though, and I think what I brought back is just, man, I think just a sense of, like adventure, which I feel like, like I already had, like, but I think, just to try new stuff, just to do it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Like, and just like to go places, just to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not to, if you can go somewhere, just go. Don't like think about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like too heavy of like, I don't know cause I gotta do that. Like, dude, just drop everything. If you have a little bit of time and you can, like, you know what I'm saying?
First flight out.
Just go. Do it. Just do it. If you have to, save up some money every month, or, you know what I'm saying? Like every 2 weeks, like from your check.
Right.
Put it, like in like a little kitty, save it up and then go somewhere. That was my biggest thing, man. Like, it's just like talk to people, you know what I'm saying? Like talk to the locals. Like just be social. Just be social and just explore. And you will be so surprised the amazing stuff that you'll find.
That sounds so real, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to figure out for me how to meet plot up on traveling and whatnot and where I want to go. Like when I was in high school, I think my senior year, I went and did the whole travel to Europe thing. So I know what you experienced out there to a degree. Right. But the thing is, man, what makes a difference between traveling through like some type of organization or something and really just traveling with you and whoever your travel buddy is y'all get to see the real if you know where the real is. Exactly. Everybody with an organization travels to the tourist spots and you can feel the tourism. Exactly. Because everybody's trying to sell you a trinket or trying to tell you to do this or do that. And deep down you be like, I really don't want to do this. I did exactly. But you stuck with it because that's what your itinerary is. So I mean, it's definitely cool to go out there and see all that difference and see the real culture and see how we influence not only just the world, but everybody else within it. And I meant the U.S., but y'all know what I meant. Right. So that's just the thing, bro. It's like how do we evolve and how do we get out of this mindset that wherever we at is where we need to be at? How we get comfortable with being uncomfortable? Yeah. And I think with that, you end up learning so many more lessons and experiences that you'll get just by staying at home. Yeah. And I've been staying at home for a minute. Don't get it wrong, y'all. I've definitely been cool with being home because I don't know if y'all have these same feelings that I do, but I really don't like being in public in LA. It's really draining. You got a lot of people who do this and that for the third. Crowded. It's crowded. And I drove down from Northridge just to come here, and I was like, yo, I'm low key tired, bro. Like I need something. Right. So it's just a different speed when you get to leave your place and be used to the tendencies and go out and be like, yo, I want to go explore. And that's where I'm getting at now, where I'm like, I'm tired of being in the house. I've been on Xbox for this long or whatever because I use it as my way to socialize with homies. And I made some homies. Like if I wanted to go to Philly, I can go to Philly. Shout out to MK in case you ever watch this. But I can go to Philly if I wanted to and know I got people out there through Xbox. But at the end of the day, you only get so much from it when it's not doing what it was meant to do at first. Yeah. So you got to figure out ways to create the new habits, and that's really where I'm at right now. It's like I don't have school to be like, okay, got to get up at 8, got to go bike or whatever. So what do you fill these habits with and who the person that you want to become? Because at the end of the day, once you graduate, it's now about you. Yes. And that's the biggest thing on what type of life you want to live. And you can go straight into ill field, and you can do the whole thing where you go up the ranks or whatnot, or you can go soul searching for yourself and find out who you are before you dedicate your time to anything. Because you might hate your field, but you did it because you had whatever initial feeling that you had towards it.
Right.
And now you're like, you know what? Although I love it, I need a break from it.
Yeah.
Opposed to trying to lie to yourself and be like, no, we'll just go through it, and you slowly just feel that miserableness is coming after you.
Right.
It's a different speed, bro, to be honest with you.
Nah, man, I'm telling you, I literally am feeling every piece of that right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, since, you know what I'm saying, like finishing, you know, I've been like applying like to jobs and stuff like that, you know, had some interviews and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the interviews that I have had as of yet are not really stuff that I'm super into, but, you know, I understand that, you know, I need to get a check. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody needs a check.
Everybody needs a check. It would be nice to have a check.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, I think for me, it like is trying to find that balance of doing stuff that I like, but also getting paid for it and getting paid enough in order to, you know, like move out the crib and, you know, like do, you know, other stuff and buy certain things or whatever. But I think that, like, for me, it's like, it's not difficult to get like a job that pays well, that, you know, it's a 9 to 5 that I go to every day. That is easy. Being able to do something like that that you love, that's the hard part, right? You like, dude, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, being able to get a job is not the hard part. Is being able to do what you love and being able to find your calling and finding something that you can put like your skills to work in. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what I still, you know, like I'm searching for. And, you know, like just like trying to find something that, you know, like I love and that, you know, like it's cool. And like, it doesn't even have to be my like it doesn't have to be like the job that, you know, like I want, but I feel like if I can at least like get a job that like I like, you know, and, you know, like that's decent, you know, like the hours are cool and stuff like that. I feel like that is more of like the struggle that, you know, I like am trying to get to. Right. You know what I'm saying? So,
because that's the thing too, man. Like for those of y'all who don't know, because this is my first time. How's it going?
You know what I'm saying?
It's just the type of thing of, like I said, for me personally, trying to figure out how can I take these trips and do whatever I want, but at the same time get some income. And the one thing that I've been telling myself since I graduated is, whatever you do, don't get stuck in LA.
Right.
Because it's so much more out there. I can be like, go to Texas and be like, yo, it's just like LA, except for it's way less people.
Right,
and I can see the stars.
Right.
So for me, I'm a very like personal person. So for me to do a lot of the small talk that a lot of people do in LA, it's a little bit harder for me. But at the same time, it's some of the things that when I get to be able to travel and figure out my little hustle that's going to be able to fund my travels without being stuck, it's like, that's what I'm going to push. So as of right now, for those who don't know, I'm trying to get into substitute teaching, and I'm not trying to plug out here for y'all, but I will share it nonetheless. If you work a couple amount of weeks for substitute teaching, bro, you're going to make that bank that you want to go do what you want with it, opposed to being stuck. You get to make your own schedule. So once you be in control of your own life and be able to pay your own rent, pay your car notes and whatnot, you get that achievement mark where it's like I can at least make my parents proud. And that's one thing for me, is that my mom didn't sacrifice so much for me to get to where I'm at. Right. And she still does even to this day. Shout out to moms. But that's the thing, bro. It's like, out there. How do I switch the table around and make it where I start paying stuff for her just out of saying thank you and appreciating that? Yeah. And I think once people are able to reach that point, not saying this for everybody and people are going to reach it at their own time, but you'll be able to really be like, you know what, I'm happy where I'm at and I feel like I'm adulting well. Because some people don't know how to get out the school life, because it's like, okay, I got that financial aid check and now I get to do what I want. And then I got the school thing or whatever. Right. But at the end of the day, it's like you playing yourself. So you got to just figure out as an adult and be honest with yourself and be 100% transparent with what you want to do. And even if you don't know what you want to do, that's cool. Just figure out, let me do something, at least keep stepping in that direction until I figure out what I want to do. So for me, that's me being able to be like, you know what, I'm 23 years old, which I really feel like I'm 24, to be honest with you. It was 2 days ago where I was like, how old are you again, Jordan? Like, oh yeah, 23, 95. But it's the type of thing where I can go out and be like, okay, well, what do you do, Jordan? Well, I own property. I'm trying to travel.
Real quick.
And
that's the end of part 1. Stay tuned because we're on a roll.
Part 2 is going to keep going.
It's coming right now. You feel me? Well, it's coming next week, but you know what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. Peace.